Oh, Crow, that was rude. Jerks. Now, if that was the mirror, I'm gonna be very sad. I'm very sad now because of that. Hopefully Frog is just sitting right here. If Frog's sitting right here, we're good. Yes! Uh-oh. How did I not die? Oh, no, there I died. Oh, yes, cheese strats. What did I do? Did I break the boss? I guess you can't do that. Don't shoot at me. No, I said don't shoot at me. Because you have to get ready for blind and everything. Oh man, I missed my duck. That's all X is good for. Is using his small size. Oops. Yeah, sure, I insult X and then I hit spikes. That's just how it works. Oh jeez, get out of my way. That's where all the trolls were. I don't even know what I just did there. That was it? This is usually the part where I started dying. Yeah, like that. That was exactly it. I don't think I've actually posted a speedrun time for that, but I did time it, and I want to say my best time on that was like 26 minutes. Haha, you tried to shoot me, but you couldn't. I missed again. Right after taunting. Go! Okay, so now I can die at the boss. Right, good evening, happy Wednesday, welcome to camp, welcome in Jacob, Retronut, Dank, hope you're all having a great Wednesday. Was hoping to get started a little earlier than this, but with my youngest daughter helping out with the older cheer team, things got pushed back even more, which is terrible, but hopefully we can still get the rescue me in, maybe a wheel spin, stupid chair. That's better-ish, not really. One of these days I'm just gonna buy a new chair. This one is way too loud. But yeah, so the Rescue Me Challenge was a suggestion from, I believe, in the YouTube comments. Basically, you can only fight Jason. Well, I'll go over that once we get started here. Let's, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. Let me check something here. No, that's right. Okay, never mind. All good. Trying to center a little bit. One of my kids moved the webcam, and I had it set up where all I had to do is sit down in the chair, and it would be centered. And oh, geez, thanks, Helena. Give me a heart attack. Hey, fun. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, this game has kind of like a, I don't know if I'd call it a cult following, but the people that love it definitely appreciate it for how good it is. Oh, I hate chairs like that. It's like, somehow they even managed to feel less comfortable than like a steel chair you'd sit on in a school gym or something like that. Yeah, let's do our reset here. So the Rescue Me Challenge. We can only fight Jason when he's attacking another counselor or the kids. And the comment on YouTube had also mentioned bonus difficulty if you do it without any deaths. So that's what we're gonna do. Counselors, not worried about counselors dying. It's the kids that might be a little more difficult. Chrissy and Mark are so close together, we're gonna take Chrissy. And basically you also cannot swap to the counselor getting attacked, which is another little wrinkle here, because that's not really rescuing anyone. The way I interpreted it is you've got to see that thank you text pop up. And if the thank you text pops up, then you're good. Now I could switch to a counselor that was closer and then run them in. Okay, so he's way up there. Let's at least get the first torch note. Welcome in Game Pro, Brody. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, I'm surprised I never thought of anything like this before. Sometimes there's so many challenges out there like this that are still, like, relatively simple, but you haven't, like, we don't really think about them. Like, the concept of this one is not super difficult or anything like that. Like, here, thank you. We're good now. Hey, Matt, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be doing any real damage here, but... Actually, what's going to happen if I boot George out of here? That's such a long walk. That's what I was afraid of. George was going to move down there. That's actually fine. Jason still has to go into the lake cave loop. He goes to the left, so he'll go kind of up like this around the cave loop. That's actually reversed. Hey Gordon, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. So we do have time to grab our torch with Chrissy here. And actually probably get the torch all the way over. Like, I might be able to go and get George before he gets killed. So fire will damage Jason the most. We'll swap over. Grab the vitamin on the way out. Shouldn't need them. This is all gonna be cabin fights. Oh yeah, there's gonna be no problem getting to Jason. Now the difficulty is not running into him when we leave. Ooh, actually this is the cabin George is in is a really bad cabin. So it's like, how risky wow, that was close. How risky do I want to play this? Because if I run into him on a path, I have to reset. Jason's journal entries probably like scribbles and stuff. Oh, thanks, Kareem. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I know Lorelai used to love every time I sat in this chair. She'd get herself in a lot of trouble. I haven't played the new Jaws, the remake, but I do have I did order it on limited run, so I should be getting it sometime this summer, and since I got it on limited run, I'm like, I probably don't need to buy the digital version, but I will definitely be playing that on stream when that gets here. I feel like as a former any percent record holder for Jaws, I need to give that a shot. And for what I've heard, it's really good. Yep, at least assuming nothing goes crazy with the kids, I will definitely be here on Friday. Holy buckets, thank you for the good luck, Vegas, and the 35 stream streak. That is nuts. Yeah, I wonder, did they take out some of the stuff, like in the original one you could do the 1 pixel down and Jaws couldn't hit you, or I think it was the bottom left of the lake, like the underworld, you wouldn't have to worry about getting hit by jellyfish or anything. Yeah, you could definitely do that, Brody. Like there was one suggestion. Oh, we're gonna risk it. Made it. All right, I'm gonna see if I can just outrun him here. He will go into that cabin, but I don't want to end up getting caught on the path. So we're just gonna go straight here. Like I had one suggestion in the comments that was what they were talking about was effectively it was very similar to the camp cleanup, was getting the torch with everyone and then beating Pamela in all 3 days. It's like I technically did, that was how I did camp cleanup. I had to get all six torches already, which was miserable. And then I ended up beating, well, you have to beat Pamela on day 2 and 3 to get the sweater and the pitchfork, and I'm pretty sure I beat her on day 1 just to get the easier machete. Yeah, I'll have to check that out when I get it. I'm assuming like all that stuff is no longer part of the game. Like they got rid of the cheese and the exploits. Perfect. Okay, so we're only gonna need one more battle after this. All the kids are still alive. He's attacking Noodles. That is actually, that works out really well. So I've got a little plan here after we kick Jason out of the cabin. Missed. This is about the only thing Laura's good for. Hey Atma, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I forgot what day it was. That's what I really hope they, like this new, them doing the updated version of Jaws sells well enough. Oh, well, George is already there, so maybe we won't have to do this. Wait, no. We want Chrissy. So I'm hoping maybe the new version does really well, like the Jaws does really well, and then they're like, hey, we'll remake Friday the 13th too. And then they can add in the whole thing about the whole graveyard in the bottom left of the map. Oh, avatars, that's right. Well, we're gonna be standing still waiting for Jason a little while. While the avatars load up, I'll just hit B. Hey, I said launch. Yeah, people have been have had so many great challenge ideas. Hey Target, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh, the exploits and the cheese don't really help anymore. Well, that's it. They kept, I guess, yeah, they would probably keep that original code and they wouldn't change that much. Well, I don't know. Well, they added stuff, but I'm really excited for, like, do the chapters follow the, like, different Jaws movies, or is it just chapters? So if I remember right, technically the game was more closely followed Jaws 4. Yeah, Hansel and Gretel, that one is, trying to get that route can be such a chore. Ooh. Oh, good, Paul's there. Paul always coming through in the clutch. So Paul shouldn't move by the time we get over there. So I should, if I do this right, be able to get a fight here, a fight in that large cabin, then our next fight at the lake. And then we'll almost be done with day 2. Nice try, Jason. But I forgot this is day 2. I was sitting there moving side to side. You don't do that on day 2. Oh, you still have your original NES and cart? This is still my childhood cart, but I did have to buy a new top loader. But now my top loader's RGB modded. Yep, for this one you cannot do this you won't be able to do this one unless you're completely on point on what Jason's route is. Well, not necessarily on point, like you could just stay out of the way and wait for him, like by the kids and stuff, or just wait for the buzzer to sound. But like, I know when I was doing the God run, I got so... That helped so much with figuring out how long he stays in each area and roughly how much time I have to get from cabin to cabin. It's like here, I could run straight to the right, but I risk getting into a fight there on the path, so we're just gonna hang out here for a little bit. Let Jason move forward, get into the North Forest. Should be through by now. And there's no other cabins, so we're just gonna go straight to the kids. Since it's daytime, I don't like to buddy crow, so we do 1, count to 3. Hey all, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Thank you so much for the giant lizard. Much appreciated. Yeah, they really they were just releasing new Friday movies constantly. Hey Tech Guy, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, that double dodge, I mean, I was talking smack to Jason, but I deserved to get hit there. And then I did an early dodge and got hit anyway, so... It still worked out. The scale's balanced. Okay, it references the first 4 films. That is beautiful. I mean, I'll still play the original Jaws just for fun. But, like, I don't think I'd ever... Well, I'd have to spend a lot of time rememorizing the script for the speedrun. And I'd just rather play the game casually. Why is OBS not moving chat? Well, Twitch isn't moving chat. That's weird. I thought it was OBS, but it's not doing it on the stream manager either. Yeah, that's the issue I had with my first dog bone. The left button stopped working well because I'd done too much dodging. Oh, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, I went through one dog bone controller already just because of the constant dodging. Yeah, I could dodge left. I mean, I could dodge right, but I don't want to dodge right. Dodging right just feels so... I've got about over 35 years of left dodges in my brain. So trying to switch that into a right dodge just feels terrible. Let's give him a little bit more time. Then we're gonna go into this cabin here, see if there's anyone else on his path. If it was a faster counselor, I'd try to sneak them into the top left, the top right cabin there. But I just don't know if that will work. With how slow Debbie is, he could end up attacking her and then we'd be basically done. So we're gonna run around here, start working our way towards the cave, and hopefully he'll attack Debbie and we'll hear the buzzer. It's hard to say though, I don't know how long she's been there. Because at dusk and during the day, the counselors will move every 90 seconds of time on the overworld. And at night, it's 150. I suppose I could make it night and hope... I don't know if that'll reset the timer. So maybe this'll give us a full 150 to work with? Well, thank you so much for the good luck, Steven, and the 5-stream streak. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Just gotta do the left dodges right. Rescue Me is we can only fight Jason while he's attacking another counselor or with the kids. Basically, you can only battle him if you go somewhere and the thank you pops up. Or in some cases, they don't necessarily say thank you, but you are rescuing them. Yeah, if it was Laura instead of Debbie, I definitely would have ran her into his path. But unfortunately, like, I didn't want to risk Debbie not getting there in time. Like, if it's a faster counselor and I see the zombies start moving, I can hopefully run into the, like, a nearby cabin just to get away from him. But with the slow counselor, you're just kind of... You don't want to be out there running around when you're trying to avoid path fights. Hey Chris, hope you're having a good Wednesday. Alright, day 3. Hey Buzzette, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Doing pretty well. We are getting close to being done with this challenge here. We're just gonna take Chrissy and wait by the kids. Actually, he's at the cave loop right now. Oh good, Paul's here. So what I'm gonna do, before we do anything else, I'm gonna try to get it tonight. And hopefully, that will mean Paul will still be in that bottom right cabin when Jason leaves the kids. Because if Paul's there, he's right on the path, and Jason will attack him shortly after he leaves the kids. Then we can get a second battle in on day 2. So we're just gonna take our time, have a nice leisurely roll across. Oh, never mind, there he is. It was kind of like considered a bonus challenge to try to do this without any kids dying, so that's what I'm doing here. We're gonna do this with no kids. Uh-oh. Hey Pops, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Laura is the main challenge? That doesn't sound good at all. It was a community challenge on Twitch a couple years ago where I had to do a no-hit Laura run when the once enough channel points were donated, and that was just sad. We don't like Laura. But I mean, I will do them. Oh, we've done something like that, no-hit Paul. That kind of, it's like built in. Come on, Jason. Oh yeah, thanks. Good idea. Yeah, don't forget to drop that like. That helps YouTube push the video out to more people. That's only 6. I guess 4 vitamins. I should just be doing long dodges here. Whoa. Okay, screen is scrolling. That's basically all Jason's doing. He's just like angry, he's not really actually landing anything. Well, he's gonna land something here because I am gonna try to do long dodges. With the long dodge, you have to wait for Jason to stop right in front of you. And if you, like when he raises his hand, you've got 4 frames to do this dodge. Otherwise, that's 1/15 of a second. 2. It's much faster, but it's not very safe. Holy buckets, usually I get completely wrecked with the machete. Normally it doesn't go that well. Alright, Laura's right here, so we're gonna swap to Noodles. And we are gonna take her around into this cabin right here. And then Jason's gonna attack her when he gets out of the South Forest. And then with Chrissy, if we kick her out, that was really close. I believe it will knock her, it'll bounce her into the next cabin down the path. So we're just gonna hang out right over here while we wait. 3 favorite Friday movies, that'd be 6, 2, and probably 3. Oh, no problem, the Friday the 13th stream will definitely be posted as a long form at a later time. I think they're about a month back right now, but the VODs are always available too if you want to catch that. But that one was too early. There we go. Well, that was way too early. There we go. I am surprised I missed the knife. Usually I'm getting those all the time. Oh, George is there. Perfect. So we're just gonna go like this. If the zombies start to leave the screen, we'll duck back in. No, I don't want the machete. There we go. No kids dead. There is another vitamin over here. Wait, what? I already got... Okay, that is weird. What just happened? I had 4 vitamins before, right? So that registered as me picking up 2. But there was... I already picked up the vitamin in the zone off to the side. So I got 2 vitamins in a zone that should only spawn 1. I wonder if that's because the machete spawn was on the screen. Like, I know sometimes you can have a knife and a lighter on the screen at the same time. So I'm wondering if having that machete let me get 2 vitamin spawns in that zone when there should have only been 1. That is really interesting. I'm gonna have to play with that a little more at some point. Like, maybe there's a way to get more than 14 vitamins with that. Because the other vitamin, there's the vitamin right there. Oh, wait, no, I'm in this cabin. Wait, I could have sworn I got the vitamin over here already, though. I thought I got this one when I was going into the large cab. I'm gonna have to watch the tape on that. It could have been that I was right up at the edge of the zone and they both spawned on like the left and right side of their zones. Because that can happen. The zones can kind of overlap a little bit. But I thought I already got the vitamin over here, like over by that large cabin just above me. So I'll have to watch the tape on this later and see if I did get that vitamin earlier. Because if I did, I mean, it's not something you'd like regularly do. Because why are you going to sit there and keep killing zombies to get a machete, to get an extra machete? Well, to get a machete spawn, then to try to get an extra vitamin. Hey Jet, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I think I said that. Welcome in, Brawly, if I didn't. So that is the Rescue Me challenge. Sorry, my brain just completely went haywire after seeing that vitamin spawn like that. That should not... I'm like 90% sure I did get that vitamin earlier, and it spawned 2. Well, that's... I don't know why it definitely... It reminds me... It's going back to the old VCR days. At least that's what I think of when I say it. Now I realize, yeah, I'm outing myself as a boomer. Thanks for the GGs, Brawly, Jacob, Brody. So now we are going to... Yeah, there's time. We're going to try to do a couple spins. Why is the wheel not showing up? Might only have time for 1 spin. Well, 1 spin combination. But let's see what it gives us. We're probably going to get, like, Stone Only or Immortal. One of the bad controllers. Thanks to the GG's target. No map, okay. I like it, I like it. Okay, this will be fine. No map and NES Advantage, I can do that. Hey Chaser, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Welcome in Bradley. Hope your Wednesday's going well. Project Part 3 and they released 3D Blu-ray? I've watched 3 a bunch of times, but I've never had the 3D glasses for it. Oh, that sucks, Jed. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's treatable. It's one of those things, I think a lot of that always depends on when they get it. Yeah, definitely, the NES Advantage is fine with no map. I don't mind that at all. Why is this not... Where's the text? Oh, there's the text. Wait, that's... Oh, these are flipped. Oh, well. The order doesn't matter. Let's move that over there. Center. That's close enough. Okay. Also need to get the NES Advantage out. See if I can keep the cord for the dog bone up here. I'll keep the cord up here. Because if it falls down, then I'm gonna have to lean over to get it, and I don't want to do that. All right, NES Advantage. Whoa, settle down, Quick Shot. The Quick Shot tried to take a dive. Well, that's good. You know, Sam Riegel from Critical Role had throat cancer, and they ended up catching it early. And as far as I know, he's fine now. I mean, he's doing campaign 4, and hilarious as always. The Quick Shot was getting a little. The Quick Shot was feeling like me when I was shopping with my 12-year-old. For doing clothes shopping with my 12-year-old earlier tonight because she had to find nice clothes for her volleyball game for school. Oh wait, I already looked at the map there. Let's do this again. Sitting there staring straight ahead when the map pops up. So that's all this is no map in NES Advantage. So this is no problem. I know the NES Advantage challenge, the NES Advantage is listed as a yellow. But that's more so because it can make a lot of other challenges a real pain. But this one, no map, is kind of just like playing the game normally. But that's okay. It's nice to get. It's still one of my favorites because it helps me remember to look at the backgrounds. All right, I'm going to guess that whoever's getting attacked is in the cave loop, just based on the amount of time that took. And I'm guessing it'll be the bottom left cabin of the cave loop. Unless he started at... What's it called? Unless he started in the top right. If he started in the top right, then it would be the top left of the top right of the cave loop. So we're gonna play a little game here. It's called... Not him. Not him. Not him. Okay, so it's Debbie. There we go. Now, let's actually see if we can find out where this is. Cave loop? Yep. Which cabin is it? That's not helping. Okay, that was the bottom left of the cave loop. So, see, that's like one of those things where once you've played this enough, you can just kind of tell based on the general time it takes for that buzzer to ring that you'll know he's likely on the cave loop. In that case, he's got a 50% chance of starting in the top left right outside the cave loop. So he's got to go around. He'll kind of go up like that through the cave loop. That's why I figured my first thought was he's in the bottom left, because he's got a 50-50 shot at starting there. Hey, sweetie, I'll turn off the camera in a sec. I can't pause the game because then that'll pull up the map. So we're just gonna go and we're gonna hang out in this cabin here, and now I can turn off the camera. Where is it? Okay, you're good. Yep, well, you have to access the map to like switch counselors. That's why I like put my head down and I close. Well, you can't see my eyes closed, but I put my head down so I can't see what's on the map. Yeah, welcome in, Max. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. The pitchfork is the best weapon in the game. You can get that on day 3 from beating Jason's mom. But the axe is the torch is the second best and axe is third. Torch and pitchfork do the same damage, but the pitchfork just flies a lot faster. I was answering your question.
I don't get it.
Well, I'm talking about the game here.
Oh.
This is a very confusing game.
Why does it say children 50?
Because there's 15 kids left. Well, they're all 15 kids are alive. You look very confused. Would it be really fun if your mom played this and then I walked her through what to do? You think that would be really fun? What do you think?
I don't want people.
You don't want people? You could wear one of my Jason masks.
No.
I want people looking at me.
No.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
I would do horrible.
No, I seriously think if I'm standing here saying, okay, this is what you do next, I think you'd be able to do it. Like we could avoid cabin fights. You just get the torch, you just wait for Jason on a path and you just hit B. That's all you have to do.
I want people to see me.
Well, I didn't let your sister on stream either. She was down here once when I was playing Jaws, and she was jumping on the bed and causing all sorts of raising a ruckus. But you're a little young for that.
I want to go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, you should go to bed. All right, love you, sweetie.
Love you.
Hope you had a good time at your cheer class.
It was very fun.
They say hi. They're saying hi to you too.
Oh, hi everyone.
Well, thank you so much for the bits. Fun, much appreciated.
What's that?
That was Crispin Glover dancing. You have no idea who that is.
Bye bye, everyone.
Chaser says go have some candy before bed. Sorry, I had to watch that alert. Thank you so much for the body's gone bits, Chaser. Much appreciated. Oh, that Clue is like one of the greatest movies ever. Welcome in, Assassin. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, it's once you play this game enough, you kind of start to like learn mainly from when I was running any percent and doing the constant resets. I'd be like, okay, I started at this, I didn't get the cabin I wanted, and then I'd just glance at the background and be like, okay. Because when you do any percent, you're looking for the cave on the right and the forest on the left, and then the lake in the background. That tells you you've got the right cabin. So you kind of, the backgrounds will always tell you exactly where you are. Yeah, I do actually have a a PNG avatar of my channel logo, and then it'll like talk and move its mouth and blink and everything. And I could put that up for her. Or I could even make one of her. Heck, I could just put Chrissy's face on there for her. Because she kind of does, she's got like the blonde hair roughly same length. So yeah, I could just put Chrissy's avatar up there. There we go. Yeah, Tim Curry is just, he was so good. Like here, this cabin is the top left cabin of the lake loop. And this is where you want to be on any percent. With the cave on the right, the mountains on the right, forest on the left, and the lake in the background. He's in the forest. He's on the forest route because we just finished the lake. I mean the cave. So assuming I didn't forget where I was going for too long, Jason is gonna come out of the forest here. Gonna wait just to the right, kind of by these trees. And if there is a buzzer, we know that he's hitting that cabin, otherwise he'll come right back out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Hey, and Turbulent, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I haven't played the Ghostbusters game on here. I don't think I've ever actually played the Ghostbusters game. If I do end up watching a Friday movie on Friday, it'll probably definitely be part 2. Big fan of Ginny. Even though 6 is probably my favorite overall. Got him. He walked right into the torch. Yeah, he had that. Tim Curry had that pretty bad stroke not too. Well, I don't know how long ago it was. A while, I think, but. So then we wait here. 10 hitter, we follow him to the right. And you can kind of see, like, I knew right where he was gonna pop up, so I could stop and throw that torch so it would hit him right when he ran on the screen. Oh god, Pennywise, there was that part, he was going like, he kept going back and forth and turning his hand like a crank. And when I watched that in high school, that was something my friends and I would do constantly, like when we were in person together. Someone would just start doing the Pennywise laugh like that. Nice. So now we know that based on Jason will end the day. We'll start the day like basically the same spot where you ended the prior day. So we ended the prior day right about here, and he just started running right into this cabin with Noodles. Should probably be a little less aggressive going into a cabin fight here with the NES advantage, but we're gonna do it. Actually, the dodging with the NES advantage, I'm gonna jinx myself here, is not that, it's not as bad as it is with the quick shot. Dodging with the quick shot in cabins was absolute misery, but with the NES advantage, it's pretty responsive, and I found a better way to hold it in place. Oh, I thought he was dead. There he is. Now we got him. Hey, Remy, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Well, thanks so much for hanging out, Fun. Hope you have a great rest of the night, and thanks for the bits. Enjoy your Friday the 13th. Oh, no jumping is, it's basically stone-only cabin fights. That's all no jumping is. It's, very, very long. Like, if I didn't do fights to the death with, no jumping runs, it would take hours, because, like, this is long enough when you're just hopping from cabin to cabin doing cabin fights. And that's just when you're doing 12 for each day. You need to do like 25 in a stone only. And that's per day. Chrissy got chopped a little bit, that's fine. Nope, didn't dodge there. Maybe the NES advantage. I did jinx myself. Okay. We're gonna be a little more heavy with the dodges. There we go. I do like Gremlins 2 for games that begin with G and have the number 2 in them. Alright, let's see if we can catch him. Nope, he's gone. No, he's not. Sweet. Oh, that vitamin. I might have been able to get... if I wasn't stuck in the animation to, if I didn't get myself stuck in the animation, well, I didn't get myself stuck, but if I wasn't stuck having to use that vitamin, I could have chased him to the right and got another fight there, but now we have to wait on the other side of the forest here. Wait a minute. Oh. I was gonna say, wait a minute, am I in the South Forest here or in the North Forest? But it was the North Forest. Oh, is it, they doing the whole series, or? Is it just like one movie? Thanks for the GGs, Chris. Oh, what time is it? 9:07. We can do another one. I think there's time for another run here. Thanks for the GGs, Brody. Thanks for the GGs, Steven. Alright, let's see. It's going to give us Immortal or Stone only here. Last one standing, okay. We can do that. Huh. Normally, with last one standing... Ooh, Diet Debbie means you can only use Debbie and you have to end the game with 9 or more vitamins. No cabin. So for last one standing, normally what I'll do is I'll let the game pick which counselor is the last one standing by whoever is the furthest away from Jason. I am actually going to make something on Mix It Up that'll just show like a counselor walking out of the well, probably out of the cave because the cabin sprites are really weird. But I'd let that pick it, but since this combination works out in a way where you can't do no cabin fights unless you're using Mark or Chrissy. They're the only ones that can dodge Jason on the path without dying. Now, if it was no jumping, then anyone could... I can do that with... Cabin fights can be done with anyone. I just don't like them. So basically what we're going to be doing here... Oh, I can't go into cabins to speed up the process either. I was going to say I could get myself a machete. Yeah, I could actually get the machete from Pamela. Because that's not a cabin. But yeah, no torch. We can't get the torch without going into the cabin. See, Mark's there, Chrissy's there. I guess it doesn't really matter where either of them are. But the first thing we've got to do is kill everybody but Mark and Chrissy. Well, actually, no, I have to pick one of them. It's last one standing, not last ones. So Mark, we're gonna use Chrissy. We always use Chrissy if we get the choice. She's the final girl. Mark is not the final girl. Yep, the best you can't get the axe without well, I mean, technically I could get the axe if I went through all the trouble of getting the machete before fighting Pamela, but you don't have a ton of time on this either, because you can't go into cabins to save the kids. So you get 3 passes around the lake, and then you're done. And yeah, Mark could be the final girl, but we're still gonna pick Chrissy. She's got a better throwing arm. Though, I guess when you're using the knife, it doesn't matter as much as when you're using the torch. I have no idea where he is. He hasn't attacked anyone yet. Yeah, it's a 60 zombies, but since I can't... If I could make it night, that's what I'd do. Because at night, the zombies pop up really quickly, and you can just fly through killing 60. But unfortunately, with it being stuck at daytime, you're not going to kill that many zombies. Because they have such a slow delay. Chrissy is not in a great spot here. Like right now, I don't know which path he's on. I have no idea if he's on the forest route or if he's on the cave route, because I didn't really pay close enough attention to where the layout of everything was. So he could basically be anywhere. I don't know which route he's on, which makes it a lot harder to catch up to him and find him. So I guess I'll just start killing some zombies as we go. Maybe we'll get lucky. Okay, I want this other vitamin, though. Okay, I was just about to turn around. I'm like, okay, we can't keep stalling here. I need to get back to the other side of the lake. Alright, so this is going to be 120 hits. Oh, thanks for the jump scare chaser. I don't believe the lake zombies will count towards those kills, though. Because items can't spawn on the lake. Like, even if they could, you'd have no way to jump and grab them. I've never really, like, killed 59 lake zombies and then came off and grabbed one more. Yeah, the jump scare, I turned down the volume for chat because I didn't want it to, like, scare. It's primarily meant to get me. And it's definitely, like, I've got my speakers up pretty loud. Hopefully, does it come through on my microphone? So I hope it's not loud enough that, like, it's causing an echo. In the lake, the delay on the lake is actually really slow during the day. It's about 3 seconds between zombie spawns. You can get them a lot faster at night, though. But you have to go in and out of cabins to make it night. That was 1 bar of health. Should not have done that second hit. Okay. Hey Vor, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. How do I keep forgetting what day it is? So day 1 should be done relatively quick. This is 40 hits quicker than you'd get with stones. Okay, so there is a little bit of one. Ow. See, I have I moved my microphone to a different side of the little, I have like a TV tray in front of me with the top loader, the keyboard, the mouse, and the microphone. So I can change the challenge text and everything, and the mouse I just got used to having here for when was doing like a Link to the Past or something like that, or Super Metroid. So he's gotta almost be dead. There we go. If I got like Afraid of the Dark and no cabin, I'd have to re-roll, because the challenges aren't because like if they're not compatible, or if it's the case of like Stone Only and Immortal, I'll just re-roll that. Because Stone Only and Immortal would take... Well, my best time for an Immortal run is 39 minutes and 31 seconds. And to add Stone Only into that, you're basically multiplying that by 5. So at best, a Stone Only Immortal run would be about 2.5 hours. But probably still significantly longer than that. Yeah, the knives are so much better than... Well, I still would prefer the torch, but the axe is actually... Yeah, the axe does 2 hits per bar of health, but the axe flies so slow. For Immortal, if you leave the screen while Jason's like flashing when he's dying, either by going into a cabin or going up into another path and then come back, or you don't even need to come back, you just have to leave. At least I think you don't have to come back, but either way, if you leave while he's flashing before he dies, the game gets confused and it underflows his health and revives him with 256 extra bars. So like you're hitting Jason like in a cabin or something, and his health bar isn't moving until it gets back down to 32.
Welcome to God's country.
Well, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. So basically, instead of having 96 bars of health throughout the game, all 3 days, he has 864. So that's what an Immortal run is. You just bring Jason back with a lot more health and make him a lot harder. Oh, welcome in, Rick. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, like if anyone has questions about how this game works or anything, I'm always happy to share what I've learned, so don't feel like you're being a burden or anything if you want to ask something. I'm hoping the zombie kills come through enough where I can get a machete, because that takes off 32 full hits. The knife is 4 hits per bar, and the machete is 3 hits. But when you can't make it, when you can't change the time of day, whoops, that doesn't really seem like it's gonna work. Yeah, the Immortal run is actually what started all these challenges for me. Bedwell Blackburn, one of my Twitch mods, had mentioned that he heard that we were talking about, I forget how it even came up, but he mentioned that he heard that Jason has 256 bars of health and that the game doesn't actually soft block. Because previously the thought was like when people would do that by accident and they'd start fighting him in a cabin, his health wouldn't go down, so it's like, oh, you can't kill him, the game's soft locked. He's like, well, I heard it brings him back with 256 health. He's like, if anyone's gonna be crazy enough to try this and do it, that's you. And I was like, yeah, let's take a look at this. And after that, I was like, okay, I really like trying to make this game a lot more difficult. So then I started, like, had people started suggesting challenges for me, and that's how the wheel was born. Hey, Evan. Favorite Friday movies, 6, 2, and 3 are my top 3, but I like all of them except... the only one I really don't like is Jason Goes to Hell. I thought the start with Agent Marcus started out really strong, but then Jason just hopping from body to body, that just didn't do it for me. Oh yeah, I will like I will talk about how, like, what's going on. Well, not all the time, but I try to kind of explain what my thought process is and why I'm doing what I'm doing at certain points. Just to kind of help, like, if other people are having trouble with this game or they don't like... I mean, I've got the definitive guide now, which covers basically everything I know about this, but that might not be something people are aware of, or they might not want to watch all that, and I mean, it can't hurt to repeat a lot of that stuff. Like here on path fights, you want to face away from Jason, and then when he gets there, if you jump, and you have to wait to turn over his head until he's in the throwing animation. If you turn too early before he's in the throwing animation and stuck, he'll back up and you'll jump right into him. But if you wait for that throwing animation to start, he's stuck in place and you can safely get over his head and just repeat this over and over and over until he's dead. Yeah, I'd even go as far as to say that Jason Goes to Hell is one of the worst movies ever made. Like, there was so little about that movie that, like I said, outside of the start with Agent Marcus laying the trap for him, and Kane Hodder playing a security guard for a couple seconds was pretty cool, but... Oh, I love Jason X. Great kills, great cast. They do comedy in a horror movie the right way. And my favorite kill in the entire franchise is Adrian's, the dry ice kill. Janessa's, where she gets sucked through the grate at the end of the movie, also amazing. The sleeping bag. I mean, heck, everybody on Solaris. Yep, Rick, the Rescue Me challenges, we could only fight Jason when he's, like, when we go into a cabin, or, like, well, a cabin with other counselors or kids. Basically, if... Oh, that's right. He was right before the lake. Basically, if you go into a cabin and you can have that thank you text pop up because he's attacking someone else in there, then you can fight him there. But we have to basically avoid him on the path until he's in a cabin. So a lot of it is just knowing his route and knowing where he's gonna be. This sucks on so many levels. Was such a great, like, I can't think of, at least off the top of my head, I cannot think of a better line from a character right before they died. Well, Freddy vs. Jason is incredible. I wish Kane Hodder would have been Jason, but I still liked it a lot even without Kane as Jason. Yeah, Jason Takes Manhattan, I could definitely see it, like, that causing sleep issues. Especially at the end where he, like, with the toxic waste or whatever it is. Jason looks so creepy there. Yeah, Freddy vs. Jason is... I should watch that again. I don't know if this is true or not. I mean, it was a post on a 80s horror Facebook group where someone was saying Robert Englund was coming back to do one more movie as Freddy. And, like, I feel like I would have been hearing a lot more about that except for one random post on a Facebook group. Because I feel like Robert's... I don't know how old he is, but... I feel like he's got to be getting to that age where he probably couldn't move around. Well, I guess Freddy isn't as mobile as, like, a Jason would be. But I don't know how, like, if he can move around enough to do Freddy, or maybe he just, like, doesn't walk around, or he's just, like, waist up Freddy or something like that. But it just, that's a role, I don't know Like, yeah, there's been a bunch of different Jasons. We've had a bunch of different Michael Myers. And I think the only time someone else has played Freddy was in, like, the remake that was out, like, 8 or 9 years ago or something? Or was that Robert, too? Because to me, at least, like, no one else is Freddy except for Robert. Oh, he's 78, okay. Yeah, close-ups would definitely work. Oh, not a problem, Rick. Thanks for suggesting that. Yeah, I'm always... like, there's some of them that get suggested that I've already done in one way or another. And, like, some of them don't really... like, don't always fit the criteria of something I can do on stream, or they might take too long, or something like that. But if it's something I can do, I feel like it's win-win. It gives me more stuff to try. Maybe I can get a new slot on the wheel and unsaturated it, so I stop getting Immortal and NES Advantage and the quick shot all the time. Just like, I don't mind Stone Only. I should say I hate Immortal. But Stone Only, I don't get tired of. We got Immortal, I'm just like, why does it keep giving me this? That's true, if Harrison Ford can do it. Okay, so they did change Freddy. And I guess, yeah, Robert might not have been able to do it, or might not have wanted to do it. He could have been busy. Oh, I do have to, I haven't been able to get to do like my retro shop circuit. But next time I go out there, I'm definitely asking. I know, actually, one of the guy that owns the shop I usually go to, like, I walk in and they know me by name when they do like a charity stream, and I pop in and say hi. He's like, oh, that's who this is. But there's 3 of them, and one of the guys actually, one of the ones that owns one of the shops, actually streams pretty regularly on Twitch now. And the other one does like 24-hour charity streams, and I know 2 of them relatively well. You know, I'll always have a soft spot for Nightmare on Elm Street, though, because Nancy Thompson, I don't think no matter how many horror movies I watch, or how many new franchises they do, I don't think anyone will ever even come close to Nancy Thompson as far as Final Girls go for me. She's in a league of her own. And then my next here would be Ginny from Friday 2 and Rachel Carruthers from Halloween 4. We don't count Halloween 5 because they absolutely butchered her, well, literally butchered her character, but the Rachel in Halloween 5 was nothing like the Rachel in Halloween 4. All because Dominique wanted to get the brunette in as the final girl, and that's such a dumb story decision. If you just swap Tina and Rachel's deaths in Halloween 5, the movie's at least watchable. Like, even if you disregard the Myers house being completely different. Yeah, I was considering, I went through and I was, I think last Halloween, around there, I usually, like, I'll watch a bunch of horror movies, and I watched all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And I was considering watching the remake, but then when I, like, read the description of it, and how much they seem to change Nancy, I'm like, I can't, watching this would just make me angry. Halloween 6 was, I think the big problem with Halloween 6 is they had to come up with the Thorn story on the fly. Like the whole Man in Black thing in Halloween 5, when 5 was done, they had no idea where that was going. But I mean, Halloween 6 had... With John Strode was probably the, like... Of all the Halloween movies, I think John Strode was probably the guy you were rooting for to get killed the most. Bradford English did so well with that role. Like, made it just effortless to hate the guy. Plus, John Strode, one of the best parody accounts on all of Twitter. That account is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, if they did an animated movie, then yeah, he could do that for as long as his voice is still going. Yeah, Halloween Kills was the new Halloween trilogy. Just, I did not like it. I thought the ending of Halloween 2018 would have been a perfect way to end the trilogy. Because yeah, Michael's likely gonna be dead, but he's still looking up through the burning basement. And that's the whole thing. Like, at the end of Halloween 1, Dr. Loomis looks out the window and Michael's gone. The evil is still out there. You don't know where it is. And that would have been a perfect way to end that. But then Halloween Kills was not great. Well, Halloween Ends was just garbage to me. I hated Halloween Ends. Thanks for the GGs, Jacob, Brawley, Bowsette, Brody. Like, Halloween Ends, I mean, maybe I wanted something different than they wanted to do with it. For me, I wanted Halloween Ends to be Laurie passing the torch to Allison. Thanks for the GGs, Vor. But instead, it was... Allison's only purpose was to be Corey's girlfriend. She didn't do anything else. It's like, I don't want to see 65-year-old Laurie fighting 70-year-old Michael. Like, Michael was... Corey's kicking his butt because Michael can barely move living in the sewer. I'm just like... We watched movies, like, at least for me, like, the 80s slashers, you always have these awesome, inhuman, unbeatable killers. And then Michael in Ends is just like an old dude. What is scary about that? How is that supposed to strike fear in anybody? Like, this reminds me what the guys from the Halloweenverse and I, when we used to do like streams on the Halloweenverse's YouTube channel. This is stuff we talked about a lot. Like, a lot of the stuff I've like, outside of Friday the 13th, like, I learned so much stuff about Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street from those guys. It's like, yeah, I know Friday really well, but they know, like, every single horror movie from the like, these people just, they know so much, and it was just so cool to be able to talk to, like, we used to play, well, I don't know how far back anyone, like, if anyone's, I have really, really old videos on YouTube, from when I played the 2017 Friday the 13th game with the guys from the Halloweenverse. I mean, the audio was probably terrible. That was before I really learned much about how to get my audio levels right. Like, I was really new to streaming at that point, so they could be borderline unwatchable as far as I know. But those are the guys that I was talking about. Like, when every Sunday night we'd go log on to our PlayStations and we'd play Friday the 13th for a couple hours. Rescue, that could be, hopefully I'll remember to do it next time I, go into the wheel to get things changed around, because I feel like that's a good one to put on there. Like, it's easy enough to go over when it pops up, where I don't have to spend like 10 minutes explaining it. And I think it would pair well with a lot of different challenges. Like, it couldn't pair with like a Diet Debbie or something. Like, you can't pair it with the slow counselor, like, for being forced into using a slow counselor. But other than that, I don't think there's really much outside of No Cabin that, well, no map would make it incredibly difficult. I wonder if that would work, no map. Because you'd have no idea which cabin he's in. Like, you'd have to really... Like, you could get the first couple cabins, but then it's going to be really hard to keep track of. I've never played Rescue the Embassy Mission, but I watch PGH Guitar Guy play it a lot, and it looks like fun. And that's, if you can watch a movie, well, I mean, if I had the time, I'd probably watch a Halloween movie. Well, I'd say 1, 2, or 4. The rest of the Halloween franchise, well, I liked H2O, but the rest of them just, I don't know if I'd... Like, Friday the 13th, I could do that, but Halloween, it'd be 1, 2, or 4. Yeah, I wish they would have done private servers for 2013. And I know there's like people doing mods for the game that's still making it active, but it's so hard to tell how much it, like, if that actually, like, I've never played them. I've loaded up the game before, but basically I look at if Penguin Swarm isn't playing them anymore, I feel like maybe that means they're probably not something to really be looking at. But I learned so much about the 2017 game just watching Penguin Swarm play. He is so ridiculously good. Like, he does this strafe shift where he can shift moving sideways. And it is so cool to watch. I'm guessing I'd probably make Rescue Me maybe yellow? Either yellow or green. Like I said, at this point, I'm probably leaning towards yellow. But let me look at the wheel here. Let's pull up the wheel for a sec. How many... Oh, there's a lot more yellow than there is green. So maybe green just to kind of balance out the colors a little bit. Oh, Jason Plays, is that the name of one of the people doing the mods? So you watch Resurrection right at the start? You can't, when you hit Jason on the lake, it doesn't actually damage him. I actually took my torch once and I waited for him to pop to run through, hit him, and then went into the cabin, and it didn't take away any of his health. Yeah, let's see, I think it'll probably be about 5 weeks before the standalone goes up as a long form. But that'll definitely be going up as a long form too when I get to that point in the Friday queue. My ultimate goal in this game, it was the God Run, where that's a perfect game, no damage, no kid death, no counselors, even if they're inactive, take damage. So basically none of the counselors lose a single bar of health, and no kids die, and that's doing it with only rocks. And I did that last May. I think it was like, May 12th or 13th. It was a couple weeks before we had to say goodbye to Lorelei. I was really, I was grinding that so hard because I knew, she was a 19-year-old cat that had been in kidney failure for 4 years. They told me when they diagnosed, she's probably got a good about 2 years left. And she made it almost 4.5 more after that. It's I really wanted her there. I really wanted to have her there at the end of that. And then thankfully Zelda was there too. Because let's see, it was May 30th for Lorelei, then Zelda was September 3rd, and my wife's cat, Carly, was October 3rd. And we still got her other cat, Bella. But Bella's also, her kidneys are going. She's 18 and she's not eating as much as she used to. Oh, happy, that's a... And my oldest daughter's birthday as well, in September. Yeah, September 3rd, it's one of those days where it's warm. My birthday's in March, so I never had nice weather for my birthday when I was growing up. Yeah, that's the nice thing about, like, when actors are just having fun with the role. That's the kind of thing that you want to see. So, like, what, Chun-Li or something like that? Is that the name of the, like, martial artist he was imitating? I thought it was something Chun-Li, because I kept thinking of Street Fighter whenever he said the name. An Immortal God Run would be... Yeah, that would be probably like 7-8 hours, because you can't just, you can't do fights to the death, you're chasing him. I don't really celebrate my birthday, but it is in March. It has not happened yet, but basically when the new year hits, I just start saying like right now I'm technically 42, but I've been saying I'm 43 since New Year's hit. I don't really care about my birthday. I do not like being the center of attention, so like I've got a couple friends that'll just go through and make a bunch of posts on my Facebook wall, and I don't even post, like, I have my birthday taken off of my Facebook account, so people don't say that because I just don't care, and I'm not comfortable being the center of attention. Like at parties or something, I like to go find a place in the corner. Or like if the people have pets or dogs or cats, I'll spend time with the animals. Because I'm not comfortable talking to people. Which is very weird because I do this on occasion. Which is something that I guess is very weird when people I know in real life find out that I stream on Twitch and I have a YouTube channel. Where'd my wheel go? They're like, wait, you? Oh, you have to work on your birthday? That sucks. Birthdays should always be paid holidays. Well, thanks for stopping by, Bowsette. Hope you have a good rest of the night. I suppose I should probably get going too. I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night, and I gotta get up at 4:30. But we were talking about horror movies, and I like talking about horror movies. I don't get to do that as much anymore. So it's always nice to be able to go over that stuff and rant about how terrible some of the Halloween movies can be, or talk about how bad I thought Jason Goes to Hell was. Because I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out tonight, everyone. I hope everyone has a great night. Stay safe, get a good night's sleep. It is another Friday the 13th this weekend. Well, not this weekend, this Friday. And assuming everything works out this Friday, we will be going back to, I'm guessing it looks like triple spins again. I haven't heard of anything more from anyone in the Friday speedrun community about doing like a community event, because a lot of times we've done those. And if that doesn't happen, then I'll be here doing my triple spins and getting, hopefully, getting my butt kicked by triple spins. I think last month's Friday the 13th, because there was one in February and there's one in March now, I only completed one of the 4, and it was awesome. Like, I'm usually, even double wheel spins, I don't have a ton of problems with them, but triple spins, those are just, there's so much to keep track of, and I love it. Oh, not a problem at all, Rick. Thanks for the suggestion again. Yeah, and yeah, if you have any more, definitely send them my way, and I'll see if it's something that's I can differentiate from something existing, if there is one, and we can hopefully get some more in there. Yeah, thanks again, everyone. Hope y'all have a great night, and we'll hopefully see you again on Friday. Watch out for Laura, because she is a lot worse than Freddy Krueger. Let's see.